The Sunflower State, the site of our class today, and it is poetic that today's game carries that moniker as the matchup between these two schools is better known as the Sunflower Showdown. Glad to have you with us in Memorial Stadium in Lawrence, Kansas, home to the Jayhawks. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Kansas State Wildcats, taking on last year's national champions, the Kansas Jayhawks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Kansas State about to kick off to get this game started. Here he comes with the return. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. The Jayhawks offense going to get the chance to start this game off. Kansas enjoyed every single second of the Sunflower Showdown last time as the Jayhawks blew out the Power Cats.
It's so much fun. When you're the team that hasn't won the rivalry as many times as the other one, it's kind of been dominated by Kansas State. When you come out and you make a statement, like in-state, obviously, competitions, talked about year-round in the state. Nice to get a win in this matchup.
That was one of those wins, too, by Kansas that I don't think just got the attention of people in-state, but all around the Big 12 Conference as well. That was a statement. That was dominant, and they're going to try and do that again here today.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll send the back in motion. They'll try to get the first through the air. Pulls it in. It's Keller. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. The Jayhawks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his big tight end. He'll work his way down to the 28.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
And the Jayhawks are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Scrambling away. He's going to run. Turning it on. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening.
And how nice is it to have an eraser at the quarterback spot? First down, you get sacked, lose a bunch of yards. In a more difficult situation, you call a pass to try to attack the secondary, but he's got the ability to do this. Just pull it down, get all those positive yards back, and then some.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. Back to pass. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Jayhawks. Fitted in the window for the score. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fielded in the end zone. It's Alexander. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone, and you're stopped at the 8. So the Kansas State Wildcats offense will take the field for the first time. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, David.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
He'll keep it himself. That ought to be enough to give Kansas State the first down. Kansas and K-State have been battling for well over a century, many times sort of on the fringes of the spotlight, if not completely out of it in college football. But, man, when they grab center stage, you realize just how intense it is.
It's intense. It's a fun rivalry. But here's the thing. Kansas State.
There he goes. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full, because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
On the move. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football, because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Looking downfield, it's Gardner. Makes the catch. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
I love the job the quarterback does surveying the defense there. Great job pre-snap recognition, understanding the coverage. He goes to his curl route, gets the completion, and picks up the first.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You know, when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And how about that? That's already the third target this guy has had on the opening drive of the game. He is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
On third down, he drops to throw. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Direct snap. Oh, he's got some space. They found a little running room out of the Wildcats, still short of the first down marker. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
That's what it is, baby. That's what it is.
The Jayhawks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Right back to the well. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. That's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
And the Jayhawks have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Hayes. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
And it's hauled in at the 10. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. On the set. We've reached a break, and Kansas has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Here we go. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And how about that? That's 2 really good plays in a row by this defense. They gave up a lot of yards to get down here. Bowing their necks up. It's most important when you get in this area. 2nd and goal now. They get the big stop.
Trying to get it in. Touchdown, Rock Jayhawk. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Love the individual effort here by the wide receiver. After he has the ball, able to make people miss. You see the speed as he goes in for the touchdown.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So a drive there of 84 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. To the ground with the back. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Looking to throw, it's Gardner. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Here he goes breaking the pocket.
You don't get very many opportunities to finish the play with a quarterback. A lot of times they're protected so well nowadays, but when he's a ball carrier, it's fair game, and what a great job bringing the wood.
It'll be 3rd and long. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. They've got the screen set up. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
He'll toss it. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
And playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it, so can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to...
Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
The Wildcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And as he throws, can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
The Kansas offense returns to the field. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Motion from the back. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Got it in the middle. It's Keller. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10.
That wide receiver on the outside's dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. The Jayhawks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air on 2nd down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And the deep shot was knocked away incomplete, but there is a penalty flag down. Let's get the call. Some hand fighting at the point of the catch will draw the penalty, but this one is going to go against the offense. And the Jayhawks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Gonna sling it on second down. Unloads it left. They are just working that sideline. Excellent footwork to stay in bounds.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Now facing a 3rd and long. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Jayhawks will punt it away on 4th down. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really, really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. Looking for a man. It's Gardner. Bringing the heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
On the set.
Trying to pick up a first down.
Easy.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Dropping back, it's Gardner. A little screen to the running back. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. And the Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Off play action. He's got him. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, so much to break down, from a spirited start to the Sunflower Showdown between Kansas and K-State.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your back.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
Yeah, and man, you talk about being down at the half. What's one thing I need to do? I got to protect my quarterback. In the first series here now, you're getting your quarterback hit and taken to the ground. This offense has to protect that dude at all costs.
The Wildcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They'll run it on the counter. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming.
Well, the fullback helping out his offense here, running the football. Nice job finding the hole and getting upfield. Takes a lot to bring this guy down.
He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Kansas offense returns to the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for in a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the Jayhawks send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Looking downfield, it's Gardner. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Oh, and the ball squirts out near their own goal line.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
Kansas State will have to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this off. Breaks into the open. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Red pass, it's complete. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? The Jayhawks line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Grabbed in the middle, it's Keller. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Looking to fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Touchdown, right chop! And they take it in for 6 more points. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
And that's the hardest part about playing a mobile quarterback. It's not the first play. The first play was a pass. It's the second play where he decides to pull it down, Jesse, becomes a running back, and makes something happen.
You're right, David. That's why so many coaching staffs now are trying to recruit dual-threat athletes at quarterback because of situations just like that. Down in the red zone, nobody open. You're not just going to throw it away and be okay kicking a field goal. You're taking off, and you're going to capitalize with a touchdown.
And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
From the gun, running back on the move. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Looking to throw, it's Gardner. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. This Kansas State offense is moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
And the Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Caught in the backfield. It's McGee. No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Grabbed in the backfield. It's McGee. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. And they're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. That's the end of the quarter. Kansas has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. They'll leave it with him. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
Wants to fire on second down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
And you got to wonder if this offense is trying to run the score up, because they're blowing this team out. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and they're still taking shots. They're going to play until this clock reads all zeros.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. A strike downfield. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. And the Jayhawks with the 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. The sure hands, it's Keller. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. So now it's 2nd and long. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Takes a hit as he fires. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Calls for and makes the fair catch, but there is a penalty flag down, and we'll see what this is about. So the offense picks up 15 yards after an egregious blunder on special teams.
Do the show. Right.
Back to pass, it's Gardner. He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Okay, ready?
One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense. Locking.
Looking deep down the right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
He's got it down the right side. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up this scoreboard.
You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has them across the 50, and they'll have it 1st and 10. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing there.
The Jayhawks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Grab near the sticks. It's Keller. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. And the Jayhawks will snap it on 1st and 10. Gets the back moving. To the air on 1st down. Somehow fits it into a host of defenders. They stop him just a length or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They've built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop it.
Grab behind the line. It's Toner. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Well, we see another catch by this guy, and this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down, still trying to execute their offense, still trying to make big plays, and they've had a great day so far.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Takes the handoff. It's Marshall. Picked his way through the traffic for 6, but it'll be 4th down and 3 yards to go.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they've put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
But maybe just a chance to stick it to them right here a little bit at the end. So Kansas fought and clawed and scratched its way to victory in the Sunflower Showdown, and they'll have the Governor's Cup and bragging rights after beating K-State. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.